What up, though, One Pride? This is the Roar of the Lions UK podcast, the podcast where One Pride goes worldwide. My name is Anthony Fitzpatrick, and this is DPR, where we bring your draft knowledge to life through a series of prospect review sessions where we take a look at some of our favourite NFL draft prospects. We get inside some of the tape, we have a look at what they're all about, tell you a little bit about the player as well, and about the fit potentially with the Lions. Did the first show not so long ago, took a look at one of my favourite wide receivers in this draft upcoming, Ricky White III out of UNLV, and today we're going to switch it up a little. We're going to go on to the defensive side of the ball for one of my favourite prospects there as well, and it's very much at a position of need for the Detroit Lions. We're going to take a look at an edge today, and odds are we're going to be picking one quite high in the draft, and this is one of the guys potentially in the conversation for the Lions at 28, depending on what you want to believe about him. So without further ado, let's get straight down into this thing. Let's get down into the good stuff. So today we are going to be talking about Donovan Ezeiruaku. He is the defensive end for the Boston College Eagles. He is 6'2", 247 pounds. He hails from Williamstown in New Jersey, and he came up to the collegiate ranks as a 3-star recruit. Now, straight off the bat, one of the things about this guy is he's highly experienced as a captain. The Lions like their guys who lead from the front. At Williamstown in high school, he was a captain there. He's also a 2-time captain for Boston College as well in 2023 and 2024. And this is a highly tenured player. He played in 10 games off the bench as a freshman and then pretty much started the entirety of the last 3 years for the Eagles. He's got 47 games under his belt in total, so a vested veteran indeed coming into this draft process. Personally, he came onto my radar just about 2 years ago. He had a sort of a breakout sophomore year. He had 8.5 sacks in his first full season as a starter, and those are numbers to take notice of. He went into my team to watch for the 2023 season, and we've been sort of keeping an eye on him ever since. The productivity did go down in 2023, just 2 sacks on the year for him, so he kind of fell off the radar a little bit before coming back on it in a big way this year. But in 23, it was his first year as a team captain. The team were also, transitioning him to be more of an all-round edge rather than just a flat-out pass rusher. They started doing all the run game work with him as well, which kind of got in the way. So we can explain a down year there for him. But in 2024, he's bounced back big time, and not in the easiest of circumstances. Boston College lost their head coach, Jeff Affley, very late in the process last year. He went to Green Bay to be their defensive coordinator. So the head coach changed at the last minute, and it ended up being Bill O'Brien. We all know Bill O'Brien from his NFL days. He's gone down to take charge of that program, and they've had a really good year. They're getting back to the heights that they used to be at, and for Ezeiruaku personally, he exploded. He tied Harold Landry's school record of 16.5 sacks in a season on his way to becoming the ACC Defensive Player of the Year. So some heady goals reached for him indeed. In terms of his career stats all told, he's taken just shy of 2,100 snaps, vast majority of those on the defensive line and the vast majority of those at the edge position. So 1,900 snaps on the edge. He's got 106 on the interior, although he mostly, very rarely goes in any further than a 5-tech. Played a tiny little bit of 3-tech, just 33 snaps there. And he's also been playing in the box a tiny bit more this year. He took 40 snaps in the box. He's never really done that before, so they've dropped him into coverage a little bit again, just sort of expanding his role and what he can do. But for the most part, this is just a thoroughbred edge player who loves to go and kill the quarterback. Those are the types of guys that we like. But yeah, in terms of his overall stats, 140 quarterback pressures, 26 sacks, 29 quarterback hits, 85 quarterback hurries, but 16 and a half of those sacks, 20 of those quarterback hits came this year. He really has exploded and taken the next level as an elite pass rusher, and it's down to his bend, which is absolutely sublime. 178 tackles, career missed tackle percentage of just 12.7%, but it was just 8% this year. Well, like with a lot of guys, it starts high, it comes down as you go through, you get more experience, your technique gets better, so just 8% missed off this year, and he had nearly 60 tackles as well, so it's a tiny rate of what he's at, really. 7 forced fumbles, 3 of which were this year as well. He's been targeted 4 times, he's given up 3 receptions, but for nothing major there, so, you know, very all-round guy. There's a lot to like about him. In terms of his sort of rankings for the draft this year, he's a little all over the place. I was asked to put in the big board stuff by someone from the last video, so I appreciate the feedback on it. I did this a couple of weeks back because I want to do the video sooner, but I've had a lot of stuff on my plate, I've not had a chance to. But back when I did this, so Tankathon had him ranked as the 35th best player in this upcoming draft. PFF had him as the 16th best player in this draft. Daniel Jeremiah had him 30th. And CBS had him 42nd. Now, in terms of mock drafts, if you go and look out there, I've seen him go as high as 10 in this draft cycle. And then there's some NFL mock drafts that don't have him in the first round at all. He is still a prospect who is... His ceiling and his floor in terms of where he's going to get picked is one of the bigger ones still out there in terms of a first round pick anyhow, because, you know, for potential top 10 to not been in it at all is quite a varied scheme, and a lot of that comes down to the 6'2", 247 frame. At edge, obviously people saying, can he stand up against the run? Is he going to be a 3-down guy in the NFL? You know, that's the big question, but as we're going to see during the tape preview here, I believe that he is. I believe that he can be a 3-down guy in the NFL. He's got a good repertoire of counters to deal with, you know, these big mauling guys who try and, you know, take him out of the run game. He's got an excellent pass rush arsenal, as I say. The bend is fantastic and immediately gives him advantage over everybody when it comes to tackles he's coming up against. But he's physical, he's violent, he's aggressive. I know he's exactly the type of player Dan Campbell would like when it comes to the physicality, but he's got a hot engine. And he never quits on plays either. You see him making plays all over the field, not just from the edge position, because he just keeps going again and again and again. So for me, there's a lot to like about this guy. So we're going to go into his tape now. I've told you a little bit about him, his stats, etc. But we need to see the player and see what he's all about. So if you just bear with me one moment while we get the footage up for him, and we will be into it straight away. So... where are we? Let's just stop this momentarily. Here we go. Where are we? Lovely. So let's put the left monitor on. Let's put the footage on. So we are going to be watching footage today from Boston College's game against Missouri, the season just gone. This is week 3 of the year, so pretty early on during the non-conference schedules. But this is Power 4 on Power 4. This is him going up against SEC opposition, so it is a good test of what he's all about, and also figured I'd let you know who these guys on the offensive line are as well, just so, you know, when he's coming up against individual matchups, you know who he's coming up against, and it's not just a load of no-names. So in terms of Missouri's starting O-line for this one, they played all game, all 5 of them, so none of them change out. The left tackle is Marcus Bryant. He's a big hulking 6'8" transfer that came in from SMU this year, but he's a 4-year starter in college football. The left guard is Caden Green. He was a transfer in from Oklahoma, but he's a 2-year starter. The center is Connor Tollison. He is a 3-year starter for Missouri. The right guard is Cameron Johnson. He is a 4-year starter as well. He's a 2-year starter for Missouri. And then the right tackle, you might know his name, Armand Membu. He is a 2-year starter for Missouri, and he played a half a year in rotation as well. Obviously, he is expected to go in the first round of the NFL draft this year. So although the left-hand side of the line is comprised of transfers, these are all very experienced guys. There's no less than 2 years of starting experience amongst all of these 5. So the level of competition for him, for me, I believe, is a good test of his caliber. So yeah, that's all the bag stuff. Without further ado, let me grab my notes and we shall dive down into this game. We'll start this off at 23 because the first play we don't really need to go through. It's just a drop catch, which you can't do much with. So these first few plays, he doesn't have too much of an impact on the game. I just want to look more at the technique and his feet and what he is about as a player, because, you know, you can learn a lot from these guys. Even on plays where they're not making a play on the ball, you can still see what they are about as a player. So here you're going to see the use of his hands. You're going to see the violent use of his hands to get underneath the left tackle. He tries a rush round the outside, but the quarterback comes into the pocket. He tries to spin back in, but the ball gets thrown out really quickly. He can't make a play on the ball. It is a good play from the left tackle as well, but and just watch the use of his hands and how physical he is with it. Underneath, you can see he's up there. You can see this better from the front view, but we will get to it. So you can see how he comes up. Swipe there. He's underneath, you know, waiting to go around the edge, but he gets his head up, sees that the quarterback's still in there, tries to spin back round, but it's way too quick for him to make a play. But you can just start to see some little bits of his game early on in that play there. The next one, again, this is a ball that gets out really quick from the quarterback, Brady Cook, but watch the stride. So he's got this like 2-stride thing he uses to set up his bend, and it's really effective in how he plays. So again, don't watch for what he's doing on the ball. You'll just see the strides. 1, 2, down he goes around the edge. Left tackle does pretty well in dealing with it, to be fair, but he's not making a play regardless. You can see it well from here. So 1, 2, down he goes. Just not able to get that shoulder underneath quite all the way, but again, this comes into play later. You'll see him do it later and you'll see him succeed with it, but that's how he sets these guys up, with these big long strides that get them off-piste. Next one up, we have a run play. No, we don't. We have a run fake. This should be picked off. So hand fighting with the left tackle again. Again, not too much to see in terms of him making a play on the ball, but again, just watch the physicality. He gets double teamed in the end, but he's very active hands trying to get through the tackle. But the ball's coming out so quick at this point. So look, you see there, he's underneath. You can see him get under the shoulder pad as well, so you get the leverage, but yeah, just no chance really to do a great deal with the ball there. Here we've got the run play. So the run goes between the centre and the right guard. It's a pulling move to the left. Now he doesn't, you know, he's held on. Maybe he's held on a little here, but this is disengaging. This is the worry people have. Can he disengage quick enough? And in this instance, he's not able to disengage from the tackle quick enough. So you can see him on the top there. He's in. Probably should be down a second quicker. Run goes for a decent chunk. You see him here, number 6 on the edge. You see them come across. He's locked up. Running back's there. Now you want to start, you know, being able to detach from your tackle there. You want to get your separation, and it just holds on a second too long. He does get away from it, but that's just some of the little concerns they have. But again, you'll see plays later on where he adapts to the player and he's able to overcome it. So, you know, good play from the left tackle there. Got to give him that. This is the first example of him now bringing out the pass rush moves, and this is a really good play from him. So he's at the 6 tech again. He plays a lot at the 6 tech, so he likes to play further on the outside rather than, you know, straight opposed to the tackle. So he gets double teamed on this play. So it's the tight end and a pulling wide receiver. You're going to see him is a vicious swipe. He's got a great swipe move that wrecks the tight end who's trying to block him, and then he brings out the swim move to bring out to beat the wide receiver who's pulling across, and he gets pressure on the quarterback. So this is good play here. You see him at the top. So he's lined up opposite the tight end. Swipe, swim, pressure on the quarterback. We'll see it a little bit closer here. It's better to see these from the view. So you see him just here. He's lined up opposite the tight end at this point, and just watch the swipe he uses to just ultimately dismiss him out the way. Swipe, gone, and then the wide receiver's pulling across here, and watch him break out the swim to get past this block. Swim. 2 of them are trying to block him. Gets late pressure on the quarterback. I'll just show you again just from this point of view. It's just so good to watch. You watch it in full speed as well. You've got to be very quick here. and thinking on your feet when you're getting double teamed. So you watch the play, you're going to see the wide receivers coming across here. He's up against the tight end, and just watch him go. Swipe, swim, quarterback. That's the sort of stuff you wanted to see. And yes, it is the wide receiver and a tight end, but still, you've got to be able to deal with that. Starting to show the pass rush chops there. 2 different moves, 2 convincingly beaten blocks. Really love that play for him. Next up, so he's at the 6 tech again. He gets really good pushback on the left guard here. He holds the block a tad too long and can't make a tackle on the running back, who goes for a good gain. So again, you're looking at just the disengaging aspect of this, and this is the run game stuff people might have an issue with, but we'll see it through. So you're going to see him here. Comes up against the left guard. Really good pushback against the left guard, but just need to separate that smidge quicker, and then you can make a play on the ball. You can see it from the side here. So here he is. He's going to come in on the left guard. He's going to really push him back. He's going to get some good leverage on him, but just got to be a bit quicker. So here, you've got your block. Separate there. Don't stay on it. Just a smidge. And the running back, I think it's Nate Noel, who is absolute stud, is able to make him pay there. So again, this is where some of the concerns come from, but nothing too unduly worried about. And again, a big hulking guard at his size at 247, he just gets the leverage battle on him and wins. So that's still positive things to see there from him. And this is a better play now. So he's going to get absolutely rocked by the right guard who's pulling across, but he's holding a gap here. And even despite taking a huge hit, he holds his gap. It forces the QB to run out wide for little gain. You can't see this too much from the first side of this, but again, we'll show you from the back view what I'm on about. So you're going to see the right guard come across, lay a hit on him, but he still holds his ground. QB's forced out wide, gets no leverage. That's obviously a great play from the defender here, but just on the edge. Now watch the right guard come across and hit him. Big hit right there. He could have gone flying to the ground. Now this is his gap just in the middle here. QB, his head's down. He's trying to get behind this blocker here. Ezeiruaku back across, stays strong, forces the QB out wide, and it's a great recovery tackle there from the linebacker. But this is the good part of his run game. I've shown you some way he struggled a little in the run game, but to take a big hit like that from the guard and to still maintain gap discipline is big. Huge hit, stays on his feet. That's all you need to do in the run game. Just stay on your feet, be there, blocking the gap. And that's your job done. And your teammates help you clear up. So I like that one there with him. We've got... We'll move it on to 324 now because he's not involved in the next play. We're about there. So he's going to get a free rush this time. Off the edge. He's at the 7 tech here. Causes the quarterback to panic and miss a simple screen pass with his closing speed. This is where you see how quick he can get to the quarterback, and the left tackle I think is a delayed block on him. He just can't adjust to him. But this is a throw the quarterback should complete. But just watch him. Free rush off the edge. In his face. Brady Cook throws it away. Should be a simple completion, but it's good speed here. You can just see him right out here at the wide, he's at 7, he's much wider. Should have put him at the wide 9 for this one. But you see him come across, how quick he is. Left tackle sees him, can't get him. And what should be a simple completion is thrown out of bounds. So, done your job on the down there. Right, 345 next. We've got a run play from him. And this is a really good play from him here. So this run goes away from him down the other side, down the right hand side of the line. But watch how he stays involved in the play. The running back does really well here, breaks a couple of tackles, and he puts him in a one-on-one situation where he potentially is going to be able to house this thing. But Ezeiruaku tracks back and tackles him. You want to see effort from your edge. This is where you're at. So you can see him just on the side here. We'll play it through in full speed, then slow it down. Look, run goes the other way. Look how he stays involved. He's nearby. He comes in, makes the tackle. Now, this is good hustle because if you watch, from the slower view. So here he is, right on the other side, runs going away from him. No right to be involved in this play. Noel hits his blocks well, breaks a tackle, and at this point, he's one-on-one with a covering defender here. He could potentially house this if he does it right, because he's breaking the tackle here from 96, who I believe is Cam Horsley, the defensive tackle I love. And just watch, closes, grabs him, down. That could have been a lot worse there for Boston College, and that again, you want the determination from your edges. You want to see them tracking back. You want to see them trying to make plays even if they're not involved with it. That's the kind of hustle that gets you noticed by the Detroit Lions. And I really like it. So that's a facet of his in the run game, which is good. Even if it's not coming his way, he will make plays in the run game regardless. So for me, that's a big plus positive for him there. We've got a run play up next. You're going to watch him shoot the gap between the left tackle and the left guard, forces the running back out much wider than he wants to. This is another good play against the run, showcases his speed a little bit. So you see him on the edge here. He's going to split the difference between the tackle and the guard, force the running back out wide. So watch him come in, gaps through, forces him all the way out there. It's 3-4 yard gain, but he's wanting to. You see it from here. He's on the edge. Watch how quickly he just comes in, splits the gap. You can see Noel here has got the carry off. There's 3 guys here trying to make room for him to hit the gap here. Ezeiruaku's in and Noel has to scamper all the way outside, and what could have been a bigger gain down the middle turns into a marginal gain on the outside, but that's good from him. Putting the running back under pressure early and making him think, splitting that gap. I love that play from him again as there as well. You see he does have success against the run game. We got another run play here. So he's out at the 7 tech again, and this is, again, great hustle from him. So he's going to be blocked by a tight end. Watch him fight off the tight end block, and he gazelle leaps to grab the running back's legs to help bring him down. This is, again, just great hustle, and another good example of him against the run. He's learning. He's had a few disappointing ones early. Opposite the tight end here, as you can see. Fights to take off the block of the tight end, and look at the leap to go and grab the running back there and stop him getting the down. Looks even better. So here he is just at the top, opposite 96 or 86. Can't quite make out from there. Fights off the block, and then see him. He's the one with his hands around his legs there. Again, that's just really good hustle. Fight off the block, go search for the ball, good tackling. Would he have gone for much more? Who knows? But they've stopped the first down conversion at that point. And again, showing you the hustle that he has. When it's not necessarily coming his way, he's still looking for work to do. And that's good block disengagement. That's good tackling. That's good hustle. Again, another play of his that I really like. I'm going to move on to a pass rush move now. So he's going to be out at the wide 9. So again, this is the stride that I've told you about he uses to set up his moves. He gets good push on the left tackle, but then he trips on his spin move to end his play. But again, just watch the stride, how he sets it up, how he gets the leverage. He's just unfortunate he trips here. So again, 1, 2, in he goes, just slips a little bit. Throws drop there. But you'll see just the length of his strides and how he gets under. Yeah. It's just a little bit unfortunate for him there. The left tackle's having a bit of a job dealing with him. Alright, we got that one there. We're on to run blocking again. So left tackle here, and this is one of his. This is one of my favourite moves he has here. So on this run block, as I mentioned, the left tackle gets a good start on him, but watch how he gets separation from the tackle. He's got like this little bunny hop move he uses. He just hops back a little bit, and that forces the tackle to stumble, and when they lose their momentum, he swipes them away and is able to make a play on the ball. Now, he doesn't make a play on the ball here. This is more important for later on in the video, but we'll just show you quick, and again, it'll be from the back view that you'll see this better. But the left tackle gets a good move on him. He drops back, swipes him, and he is there to make a play if is needed. But you'll see what I mean here. So 52 obviously comes up, and look at him. He's got him good here. He's got him good. Like, he's going to struggle to get off the ball here. And watch just a little hop backwards. You see, he hops back. He's got the tackle sort of off his feet. And watch the swipe past him. It's a vicious swipe to get him off the tackle now. A little bit convoluted in there with a few other players around. You'll see that play later, and you'll see it and how it has its effect. But that's a counter. When he's got him jumped up like that, he jumps back, swipes past him. That is a good counter to get off the block against the run. Where were we? Pass rush again on this one. He loses his footing, so he has a couple of issues here keeping his footing. I think he falls a little bit forward. I think if anything, the left tackle kind of baits him into what he just did before. He kind of just drops back and he misses it a little bit, but I don't think he's getting to the QB anyhow. And again, the pressure does force an errant throw. 6 minutes. Alright, we'll just move it on to 6:24 now. We'll move it on to the next play when it comes up. He drops into coverage here, but he's not involved, so we'll just we'll go straight through this play. You can see him dropping in there. Got good feet. I reckon he could move well in coverage if you need him to do a few assignments there. So this is a run block. He's playing out at the wide 9 again. He's facing off against the tight end. So this is another one of those. He bumps, he makes a gap, he swipes through the block and helps his teammates make the tackle. So that thing I showed you a minute ago where he gets separation, he does it again here. We'll see it from the back a little bit. It's not always a bunny hop, but you'll see him here. Tight end's on the edge. Just watch how they bump initially and he doesn't allow the tight end to get a hold of him. See, bump. And then you've already got the separation. That tight end's arms are just wailing all over the place. And watch the swipe through. Swipe, comes in, helps his teammates make the tackle there. Again, it's just, he's got this good way of being, not being sticky. He's like Teflon. They just can't get their hands on him. And then that swipe move takes him out the play entirely. I'll show you quickly again in its entirety. I do like this, and again at his size at sub 250 he's going to need it, but that's just good disengagement there and not getting hooked on the block in the first place. You can see here just bump, swipe, tackle, or help him with the tackle. He's there if needed. He's not been taken out of the game, that's for sure. Just get my notes across. This is another one where they drop him into coverage and nothing happens. We'll just run straight through this one. So you can see, drops into coverage if he's needed. Really good throw there. Big gain for Missouri. Should have probably been picked actually. Don't know how it didn't get picked. But hey ho, there we go. Right, we got another run play here, and my notes say hustle again. So he takes an early double team from the wide receiver and the left tackle. He seems to be out of the play, but he spins out of the left tackle's block and he helps take down the running back. So this is taking on double teams against the run. This is another good hustle play from him. So you see 1, 2 guys on, spins out, running back comes out, there he is to help take him down. Again, I love seeing this. So you're going to see it better from this view. Number 52, the left tackle there. I think it's 3. I think that's Luther Burden who's making the block with him, potentially. So watch him come up. Yeah, he's up with Burden. And look here, he's got Burden blocking him. He's got the left tackle blocking him. The running back is going through a big gap in the middle here. But the linebacker's coming up. It's going to force him back outside. Ezeiruaku doesn't give up on the play. Look, spins out. There he goes. Helps bring down the run there. Just because the guy's gone past you doesn't mean you can't make a play on the ball. Always keep it going. It's just nice hustle from him on this. So we just quickly look through it again. So you'll see tight formation. Bump, 2. There we go. So he's very well blocked out. Look here, he's effectively out this play. He's got the double team. He's been completely screened off. and doesn't really have a right to make a play here. But look at the nice spin. Spins out of the block. Helps bring him down. Another good play against the run for the sub 250 pounder. Just keep seeing plays like this from him again and again and again, which is why I really like him so much. Another run play here. I've just put again, this is good hustle across the field. He's ultimately not involved. But just watch the speed. He's there. Keeps going. He just never takes a play off. And he's there if he's needed. You can see the speed. Look at him just hustling across there. Keeping the inside gap maintained if the guy tries to break back inside. Does not do it. Right, we've got another run play here as well. So now you're going to see his strength. You know, you want him to be really strong. Again, if he's sub 250 and he's 6'2", you want him to be strong on the edge here. So you're going to see great strength. He levers the tight end into the rushing lane. But the running back gets unbelievably skinny to eke out a few yards here. This is just a great play from Noel, but just look at how he forces the tight end into the running lane. There shouldn't be a gap here. And look how the hell he's got through that. But again, just look how physically and aggressive he is. This tight end here, number 96, cannot deal with him. So he's just on the edge here, right opposite him. And just look how he gets him into the rushing lane. Look, he's forcing him back, forcing him back. Look at that gap. Number 9, Nate Noel here. He gets through this little gap and ekes out a few yards. But look how Ezeiruaku's just collapsed it down to the point where he shouldn't be able to make a play there. Brings him all the way across. Still don't know how he does it from that point. But it's just, this is the aggression that you want to see. He's on the edge. He's maintaining his gap lanes. Just look, underneath. You can see the tight ends up. Forces him all the way back in. Nearly takes him out with his own player. But again, that is just another show of supreme strength from him on the edge and sort of mitigates any of the concerns you might have about him in that sort of role. Next one is a botched snap, so we'll just run straight through this play. Yeah, straight down. Nothing you can do on that play there. So we'll just move on. Now we're on 2nd and 16. So this is a pass rush. He's at the wide 9 again. So again, you see the bump he gives the left tackle to get his separation, then get under the outside of him. But QB gets rid of the ball quick. But again, watch the hustle back just in case he does need to make a tackle. He never stops. His motor is ever going. So watch him bump underneath, gets through, and then here he is. Right where the ball is, right where the tackle needs to be made if he's there. But just watch, he bumps the left tackle here. Bump, gets separated, gets around the edge here. He's got the edge at this point. But obviously the ball is out quick. But watch him, he knows where the ball is. And look, he's tracking back, just in case. Again, man doesn't take a snap off in terms of in terms of trying to find something to do on the field. On this one, we're on 9:02 now. He drops into coverage. He shows good speed doing so. There's no impact on the play, but if you want to drop him into coverage, you can do. Just watch how there he goes. It's good speed from him. If you need to match him up against someone who's a little shifty, you can do it. But yeah, nothing else very much to garner from this one. Bit of an iffy throw from Brady Cook as well. Where are we at? Next few plays, he is not involved, so we're gonna take this a lot. Where are we? So we're gonna move this to 10:55 now. Just excuse me, there's a few plays he's not involved in. This is actually good. This is a direct snap to the running back. In fact, I'll just show you this in terms of just a really nice play. So that's Nate Noel, number 8, under centre. Snap to the running back, fake handoff, in you go. Easy as you like. Plays on the other side from Ezeiruaku there, so there's not a lot he can do about that. So here, again, you're going to see the long stride to try and get the edge on the bigger left tackle, but then again he sees the quarterback in the pocket, tries to spin back inside, but he's unable to. Just 1, 2, in he goes. All done ever so quickly. But he loves to set the guys up with the long strides. Yeah, you see him. He's uber quick. But yeah, not a lot he can do on that play. We're on 11-16 now, so he's at the 7 tech here. This is a pass rush, so he beats the left tackle here. So again, he uses that long stride of his to get the left tackle to set to the inside. Then he hits the edge. The left tackle is off balance, so he's got no power in his strike. Ezeiruaku shrugs it off. He stumbles on his way to the quarterback, who gets the ball away just in time. But again, look how he sets up with the stride to get the left tackle off balance and then just beat him. So he hits inside, he sets incorrectly, gets underneath. Again, a lot of these plays are shown better from the back. But again, yeah, here he is on the edge. 52 is who he's up against. And watch how the left tackle sets inside. Sets inside there. He's got 1 step in. He's got no power behind his punch here. He's effectively having to grab. And watch Ezeiruaku just drops the shoulder, gets underneath, nearly gets the quarterback before the ball is out. Now I know there's no end product there, but that is what he's capable of. And again, that's where these... You don't know whether that stride's going to send him inside or outside, but it's tough for the tackles to be able to set themselves properly. And see, he's just holding an arm out, and there's no power in it whatsoever because Ezeiruaku's got him completely off balance, and he's able to get around the edge. This is another pass rush. He's at the wide 9 here. He tries a bull rush here, but again, the ball is out super quick. But this is the first time you see the use of like a bull. Tries to go through him. It's a fairly effective one, to be fair, but Brady Cook was releasing the ball early a lot in this. You can see it better from here. Just drops the shoulder, in he goes. But a very, very quick play there. Nearly got him back. It's a big hit from him there. So, in this one, we've got a run play. So, he's late to set here. He is boxed out by the left tackle on this one, and again, it is an example of how, you know, he's going to have to... This is where people might be a little concerned about it. So you see him, he's boxed out. It goes straight through the middle. Whether he can make a play on it or not, I don't know. But again, you see him straight back there trying to get in the action. You can see it a little better from here. So this time the tackle's underneath him. He does have the leverage on him. I mean, it's good blocking from the line in fair. And he's straight through the middle. You can see he's always tracking. He's in the vicinity. Again, if he's needed, if that guy tries to break loose, he's there to make the play. And then this one, 12-28. We're on a pass rush, so he gets a good initial strike on the left tackle, but he absorbs the second blow better to stop the rush. So again, this is the strength aspect of it. This left tackle stands up very well, but the first hit is pretty brutal. You see it there. But then the second one, he absorbs it and gets underneath him. So yeah, see the first hit, and then he's got the separation again there already. But then he tries to go in a second time, and he just gets his hands a little wrong. I don't know if he gets to the quarterback, even if he wins the second time anyhow. But that initial hit is really good and does rock the left tackle. So again, you can't question the strength there for him. Maybe just the pass rush plan for that one. Maybe should have tried to hit the inside instead. We're into the second half at this point. We'll move it. So the first one's a run play he's not involved in, which is rare. Just that side. So yeah, not a lot he does. Not a lot he can do there. We'll just let this one play through. Alright, and now we've got the next run play here. So this is a good play from him. He sniffs out the fake QB handoff. He pursues out wide. He shows great speed to catch the quarterback because he's slowed down by a blocker and forces him to slide. But I'll just show you this one here. So we'll play it in its full. He sniffs out the fake. Look at the speed he uses to get out wide. He's got to slide because he's got a blocker in front of him. So you see it better here. So here he is going inside, fake handoff. And here we are, QB's got the ball. He's already sniffed this thing out. But look at him. He's got a couple of yard head start on him. He's got a blocker out in front of him. Look at the speed in pursuit. Quarterback just has to slide to save his own skin. This, again, it's hustle. It's trying to work it down. This is an effective fake here. So, well, this is the one from the previous play. So I've gone back a little too far. Here we go. This is that play again. So we'll just play it through in full. Watch him. Sniffs it out. And again, you can see this is actually the better angle. So the QB's got a run on him. He's got 2 yards. He's got the blocker out in front of him here. Potential for a long gain. And just watch Ezeiruaku tracks him down. He's got nowhere to go. He's got a slide. That is good edge play against the run game there. You've got a mobile QB who likes to run it. He'll hound him down. Really like that play there from Donovan. Next up, this is a rare one where he's playing a bit more on the inside. So he's at the 4-eye here. It's a pass rush, so he comes all the way across from the left tackle to the right tackle in case the quarterback is flushed out. But it's another quick pass. But yeah, you can see him. He's quite far inside there. Watch him come across. He's trying to do, I think, the rush around the edge. But that ball is out so quick. There's just no way he's going to make a play on it. You can see him here, just on the inside shoulder of the tackle. Watch him drop, step across, coming around the out, just in case the QB decides he's going to roll out. It doesn't work, but that's another thing he can do. He can drop inside and go around the far end if he needs to. He's got the speed and the agility to be able to do that. Yeah, the next few plays he's not involved in, so we'll just skirt through them a little bit. Where are we? Oh, no, gone a little too far. So we're at 14:30 here. So this is him now. He's out at the 7 tech. This is a pass rush. He fights through some traffic, gets into the passing lane, nearly gets a hand on the pass, but it just evades him. It goes for a long gain, but in terms of what he does on this play, you just watch it. He so nearly is able to get a hand on this. So he's on the other side. So fighting through traffic, sees it. Oh, passing lane's there. It's just over. It's good blocking in fairness. Some bad defending as well. But that's Luther Burden. That's what Luther Burden can do to you. He's one of the best receivers in this year's draft. So watch him. He's fighting through the traffic. Blocks there if he needs to. But heads up. You can see it going. He tries to get in the pass lane. So nearly gets it. But Burden, man, just look at him. Shouldn't get anything from there. Look at his feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great tackle from the linebacker, I think it is, to stop him going to the house from that point. We got another run block here. So again, good power from him to separate from and shed the tight end, but the run goes elsewhere. But you want to watch him and what he's about here. So I think he's lined up against the tight end just on the edge here. So watch, yeah, up he goes. Great initial hit to get off the block, but the run kind of goes a bit further side. Here he is now, technically getting double teamed at this point. But just watch the big first hit. Like, he's already separated from him. Just got that little bit of separation he needs. Back inside. If that run came out any wider, he would have had it covered. So again, you talk about protecting your gap, protecting your lane. It's really good play from him. We'll see it again here. But just watch that initial hit. It's big. And there is a flag on the play as well. But again, big hit, back on the inside. You see again, just that vicious little swipe. Just see it, very tiny. You can see it there, just very tiny. Damn it. Sorry, this is that play again. I'm just trying to show you this is what he's so good at when it comes to the separation aspect of what he does. So here we are. There's the hit, and just watch the little swipe just to get real off him there. And again, if he's there and he needs to make a tackle, he's there to make a play on the ball. We're at 15-19 now. This is another run block. He is boxed out by the tight end this time. It's a good play from the tight end, but it's only a short gain. We're in a constricted field here. So you see, yeah, He just gets blocked out by the puller coming across. One of those times, there you see, just a hit to be boxed out, but it's not going anywhere really. Just a few yards. When you've got a guy pulling across, sometimes it's just hard to get momentum, especially in these red zone situations where you've not got much room to work with. So I'm not going to hold that one against him too much. So this is a touchdown here for Missouri. So it's another run. So Ezeiruaku himself, you watch again, you use the swipe and the swim to beat the tight end, but he gets caught in traffic and he can't make the play. But again, you're just looking at the technique. So there you just see him right on the bottom. And watch his moves as to how he wins. So swipe, through he goes. Just the run goes to the outside. How the hell he makes it in from there, I don't know. But just watch the get off and how quickly he beats his man. Sorry. Swipe over to get that gap, but unfortunately the run goes the other way and he just gets caught in traffic. But just how effortlessly he beats his guy. Again. You see the little swipe, then the swim, but then you just get caught up in too many bodies and you're not able to make a play on it. But there you're just looking at the technique and what he can do. Yeah, they should not be scoring from there, but hey ho, it is what it is. He's not involved in the next few plays. Let's go to 17:03 now. So about a minute in front. This will be the next play here. Just bear with. I have to get better at this one day. So this is another run block. So he keeps the tight end from fully engaging, and he uses a vicious swim move to shed him and help make a tackle on the runner. Again, this is a good run play here. So he's having to do a lot of run defense. So watch this. Just watch the swim. It's vicious. In there he goes. Maybe not vicious, but it's effective. Let's say, and it stops them from getting the first down. Just see if I can show you from that view again a little bit. Oh, it's from here. So watch the tight end pulling across. He's got him. You can just see his hand on his collar there. But look at the swipe move to come back across and help make the tackle. In fact, we'll see this better from the top view for a change. Bit further back. Yeah, it's not this one. We want the next one. I just lost myself a little bit here. There we go. So you can see him there, engaged with the tight end at the top. And just watch again the separation. He gets him off balance. You can see the tight end's off balance here. Swipes back inside. He's one of the guys making the tackle on the running back. Stops them from converting the down as well. This is just really good run defense from the edge here. Again, he's just relentless. You see the tight end throw his hands up in the air regardless. We've got a pass rush here, and this is his sack. And this is where he's really dangerous. This shows you what he's all about. So it's a two-step wind up. Then he hits the long stride to the outside of the left tackle. He gets underneath him and just levers his way past, drags down the quarterback. This is a lovely move. I'll let you see it in its entirety to start with, and then we'll watch it a little slower. But just two steps, up you go, round the edge, down you go. Again, you're just talking about hustle here. So you're just going to see the two mini steps he does, and then he breaks the stride out, and he's gone. 1, 2, stride, round the edge. Just nothing you can do about that. Nothing as a tackle that you can do about it. I think this is the play here from the other view. No, it's not. How far have we gone here? Oh, I am way past it. This is just a play before again. This is the run stop. And we'll go back to the sack. I will find a way of making this easier one day. So here we go. Just going to see the little run up. Big stride, round the edge. Tackle just can't do nothing about him because he's got the leverage on him. He's gotten low. Let's watch it slow from here. So 1, 2, and there. From that edge, look how far he's got to bend to get into the quarterback. But just look at that long stride now. He gets his head down. And it's just relentless pursuit to the quarterback. That's a great play in a short yardage situation as well. It's what you want from your edge there. So 1807 now, we'll just forward it on a little bit. So this is a pass play, pushes off the tight end, he looks at getting into the passing lane, but the QB throws the other way from him. But again, if you can't make a play on the QB, try and make a play on the ball and watch him. So the tight end's opposite him there. Gets off the tight end, watch him come inside, trying to find an opportunity to make a play on the ball. So you see it here, it's lined up against tight end, he's off the tight end, look at the separation he's got from him, obviously he's protecting. He's looking for a passing lane potentially, quarterback goes the other direction, easy completion for him there. But again, did well just to not get blocked up on the tight end to start that one. He's double teamed on this by a left tackle and a chip block from the right running back. Screen pass in the opposite direction. We can watch this, but not much to see here. There you go. His left tackle, running back gives him a bit of a chip, but this thing goes in the opposite direction. And it's not complete anyhow. Yeah, not much you can do on that one. So this is another pass play. It goes completely down the other side of the field, but watch how again he wrecks the tight end with his swipe move. It's not for a lack of trying at this point. See, just look here, straight past him. Again, it just doesn't look like there's much to see from there because it goes the other way, but you're looking at his hands and what he can do. Here he is, right outside it, the way wide 9. And just swipe, gone. But no, doesn't come that way. But again, I'm just looking at what he's doing with his hands and that, and again, it's just such a vicious swipe move he's got, which he can do so much with. We've got another pass play here. This is a screen pass that goes in the other direction, but the player comes back across the field. Ezeiruaku's tracking him. He's impeded by a very questionable block that should get flagged, but doesn't. But again, this just shows his hustle. So you look. Screen pass goes along the other side. Running back comes back across. Now that to me is blindside block. I could be wrong. Or blocking illegally downfield. But he's trying to get back across, and again, this thing not converted quite, but you know, trying to make the play there. It goes across. You see him, it's just here. He's tracking back across. He's hustling. He's trying to make a play. Whether the block's legal or not, I don't know. You see him shrug his arms a bit, and then he's gesticulating to the referee. And then the flag is thrown, so maybe it did get called actually. So if it did, that is actually a good play from him. So I didn't see that before. See, you keep seeing things on different views, but again, that's hustle. And that's what you want to see from these guys. He's at... Why have I got that he's at linebacker here? So this is a run play. He drops away from the line of scrimmage. He's boxed off well by the pulling right guard, and it is a good gain. So let me see where he is. Oh, he is sort of playing as a linebacker. So, oh yeah, he's pulling across here. I saw that. I don't know really what he's doing on this play, but you can see his right guard's going to come across and get him. But yeah, you can see the running back. He's coming across. But it's a good block. Just gives him a bit of a tap to stop him getting from where he needs to. Don't know if there's a great deal more he can do there, but yeah. He's not done that. We've got a few more plays to go, and then we're there. So we're on a run block here, and this is an example of a bad play. We don't just show the good stuff, we show the bad stuff as well. He gets done one-on-one by the running back who cuts to the outside. The gain is minimal, but this is a one-on-one tackling. You do need to try and do a little bit better here. So running back's going to take him on a what? So here we go. Just slips a little, gets past him. That's not good edge contain, but I think it's more due to him slipping. So here, yeah, containing the edge well. Noel sticks his foot down. He slips just a little bit there, but that's the difference between something getting housed and something getting stopped in the NFL. And he's trying, has a desperate vein grab for him. He's still trying for it, but that's just a little bit of bad footwork. And there's been a couple of slips from him in there, so it has to go down as a not so good play there from him. But I think I've shown enough plays by now to show that he is good against the run, or at least he can be at the next level. These are just minor errors as opposed to anything big. Next one, so he's a run block here, engages against the left tackle, keeps him engaged with one arm, and with the other he again swipes his way back past the block. This is again just good technique. So ways to separate, so it's not just the little bump he uses, but just watch him. So look, he's got him with one arm, he swipes back past him, and there's a room for not much gain. You can see it better from here, so I'll show you initially. So watch him. At this point he's got one arm, he's got a free arm here, one arm engaged with the tackle. Watch this arm swim back across to shed the block. It's really good technique from him. But sometimes you maybe just need to disengage a little bit quicker, but if you're worried about these big hulking tackles in the NFL getting underneath him and giving him issues, then I think it's unfounded. I think you can hang on, let me just see if I can get the back view of that one again. So it's here, one arm, he swipes it back across. It's good strength by him. Like, this guy's 6'8" at tackle. So see him here, you think he's got him boxed off, the running back here. You think, he's not going to be able to make a play on this ball whatsoever. And then just the swipe back in. And again, he's right where, when the running back falls, he's right where the running back is. He's still trying to pursue back to get him. So again, I just love the relentless energy of him. Reminds me of Hutch. Hutch is just all over the place, just trying to make plays. Every single play, he screams that to me. Next one, we've got a run block. He throws off the block of the tight end like it's nothing. The running back is supposed to hit the gap the tight end is blocking. He has to try and change directions quick, but he decks it instead, and Ezeiruaku finishes the tackle. This is another great play against the run, so it just goes a bit funny. We have to watch it from the back view here because the footage just goes a little funny at the start of this, but here he is, number 6 on the edge, 79's trying to make the tackle on him. Just watch him throw off that block. Like, he's already inside of the blocker at this point. The tight end's just sparingly going, you can see where the gap is here. You've got 3 linemen blocking in the middle. Tight end's meant to be boxing off Ezeiruaku for Nate Noel to hit this gap here. He's through. And look how Nate Noel he's got to change direction last minute. He decks it, and Ezeiruaku's able to make the tackle. This is, again, for me, it's just such good play on the edge against the run. I think this is the one again. Oh no, this is the play after. Just do this one for me. I'm losing 2051. This is a long video, so here it is. So yeah, we got it again. Again, this first view's a little bit finicky because of that. Apologise. But again, we just look from the back, and look how he just so quickly, he's already inside at this point. You can see where the gap is for the running back. Oh no, I'm in trouble. There he is. Look, he's the guy who's made the break. Noel slips, he tackles him, he's down. That is just great edge play against the run. And again, I keep saying it again and again. This is a pass rush this time. He's double teamed by the left tackle and the left guard. It's a great pocket for Brady Cook here, but he's fighting off 2 guys here. He's really trying. But yeah, and it's a really good catch as well. I think that's Theo Vesey gets it to there, but you can see there's not much you can do against the double team. And the left guard's able to get underneath him as a result of that. We'll go up to 22-19 now. few plays here that we don't need to see because just nothing happens. We're at 22-19 coming up. So this is a pass rush. This is a bull rush on the left tackle, but there's too much ground for him to cover before the pass goes out again. But this is just another example of his bull rush. He can do it. So watch him come in, gets good ground, in he goes. But again, the pass is just out so quick. Nearly a touchdown as well. You can see, sometimes maybe he's out a bit too wide. But you can see he's under him. He's given the tackle problems. And that was to Burden. A yard short of that had been a touchdown. We're going to do it to 23-32 next. Getting towards the end of this. Where are we? Just finished the end of this playoff. There's not a lot going for him here. So here we've got another run block. So he hits the swim move on the left tackle and wrecks his attempt to block. The running back again has to sharply change direction. When he tries to change direction, he decks it again. This is just such good edge play here. So we'll watch it in full. Swim moves there. He's got to go outside, straight into a wall of Boston College defenders. Just watch. So it's number 52 is up against here. He's just on the edge. And just watch the swim move that gets him straight across, and there once again Ezeiruaku getting through the line. Noel has to hit the edge straight into a hornet's nest of defenders, and he slips because he's had to change direction so quick. But just look at the speed of which he beats the left tackle. Look how bad this swim move is to this left tackle. Here he goes, he's up against him, and then see him come across. Noel's like, uh-oh, I got to get out of here. I got nowhere to go. I'm moving all over the place. I'm slipping, I'm sliding. Again, another great example, defending the edge against the run. Yes, there's a few times he's been got in this, but there's a lot of times where he's not, and he's making good plays on the ball. I need to go forward about another minute now. So 24-56. We are getting towards the end of this now. There's only a few more plays to go in terms of things I can show you here. So we got another run play here. So this is another swim move. He loves the swim move. This time it's a receiver. He gets with it. He's able to just completely dismiss his block there. Again, forces the running back to... He has to cut back inside this time in traffic. He's tackled for minimal gain. But we talk about holding the edge up well here. So I think it is the guy. He's just... This big fella he's up against on the opposite side. Watch the swim move. Straight past. Forces him in. No gain there whatsoever. And again, we'll just see it from the back here. So actually, I think it might be against Zero. Here's Ezeiruaku just in the middle of these two guys here. Watch him, he's on the block, and just look, he's just Zero just doesn't stand it. I know it's a wide receiver, and we shouldn't use it, and we shouldn't use that as any given thing. But still, you've got to beat your you've got to beat the man who's blocking you. Just look at this. Whoop, straight past. Edge is clear. He's got to come inside. There's nothing to be had there. Again, that's just great. Holding your edge. If they're able to seal the edge there and keep Ezeiruaku inside. Oh, this is a previous play. This is not that one. 25. Oh, he's gone past it. Yeah, this is the one. This is the one. So again, just what inside. Just completely dismisses him. Nowhere for the running back to go. He's got to come back in. Again, what can I say? Just great play again. We'll go to 26-18 now. That'll be the one after this. This is just a run play that he's not involved in. This next play, it's a pass rush. He tries a dip around the left tackle. There's some questionable holding here from the left tackle. But you can see him waving his arm in the air, but he's able to get the ball away quickly. But he's giving this left tackle a really tough time. You see him just on the edge here. And when I say it's questionable, he's got him there, and he's basically choke holding him at this point. And you can see Ezeiruaku's still trying to get his hand up in the passing lane, even if he can't get to the quarterback. He's still waving his hands around frantically, trying to get a touch on it. So again, it's just a great play from him. It's just again the relentless play of his nature. He's not doing anything on the box sheet. He's still trying to make a play on the ball, and I think. Nope, we got one more. 27:02. And this will be the last play of it all. So he breaks free of the left tackle again. He's not involved in the play, but it's just more his ability to separate from these guys. So you see it come across. Look at the separation around the side, but yeah, they don't convert. Here he is just on the edge. Looking at your hands, you're looking at his feet. He's able to get around, but yeah. And I think, if I remember rightly, that is about it. Ooh. So let's just get back on to here before we go crazy. Left monitor it. There we go. And there you have it. That was Donovan Ezeiruaku versus Missouri. What did you think about the tape there? For me, I've watched a lot more games of him, obviously, than just this. And again, he's had his moments in college. He broke out well, then he's had the down year where he's learnt the run and stuff. But this year, I think he's been absolutely fantastic. I mean, you can see in there's maybe not a set bull rush in him. I think if he comes up to the next level, he'll want to try and incorporate that, use his strength a little more, because he can do when he wants to. But you see the deadly, edge move, the bend around the edge. The bend is what teams are looking for. We saw it with Houston not so long ago in Detroit. We lack guys who have that level of bend to them, who can just hit the outside so quick. You've seen his closing speed to the quarterback. It's like 3 steps and he can be there, and he can have the quarterback on the ground. But for me, you see a lot of the swim move in there. You see the spin move he tries occasionally. Maybe that's something he can also do a little bit more. But then it's the run game stuff that impresses me. He's great at getting to the quarterback and all. I've got no doubts about him as a pass rusher at the next level. But people talking about the size, as I say, the 6'2", the 247, is that going to hold up at the next level? You've seen in this game that it does. And this is against a good offensive line he's played. But again, it's the separation skills, just how he's able to use leverage, whether he's bunny hopping backwards and creating separation and swiping out of the play, whether he's using one arm and he uses his second arm to break free, whether he just uses his speed to split gaps. The amount of times you've seen him just beat blocks, split gaps quickly, force the running back time and time and time again to go areas he doesn't want to. He's forcing him into the arms of his teammates. You've just seen a lot of good run plays there from him and his good run defending. Now, yeah, there's some bad ones in there, right? But he's a collegiate prospect. That's what you get. You get good plays, you get bad plays. You don't ever get completely great prospects coming out of college. And there are a few in there where you're like, right, that is what I might see at the next level, where they can get the hands on him, they can box him out a little bit. But for me, there's far more good plays than bad plays. If it was a recurring theme of him constantly getting beaten and constantly getting boxed out, I could understand that, but he doesn't. And why? Because he's got the biggest motor of anybody on that team. You've just seen the recovery tackles, the pursuit tackles, the pursuit of players in general, the sideline to sideline stuff. There's not a play where he just stands there with his arms folded and goes, I'm not involved in this game. He's got the leadership skills. He's got the pass rushing skills. For me, he's got the counter arsenal to be able to work in the NFL against, big hulking tackles in the run game. I don't see no reason why you can't put him on our team opposite Hutch and have great effect with him. Now, I know a lot of people will go, he's not the big end roll, he's not the can crusher type. No, but for me, that's just not worked for us. We need other people who can get to the quarterback. We have a distinct lack of sacks on this team. We need someone else other than Hutch, who's coming off a serious injury, who can be able to go out there and turn a game for us and will play with the Detroit level grit that is required. He has it. That is the most important thing there. Up here, he is a Detroit Lions player, and the play that he shows on the field, for me, he's a Detroit Lions player. And that Mizzou game was one of his worst graded games. Well, not his worst, but that was an average graded game for him this year. Like, if that's him at average, just imagine how good he is at great. So, for me, I think he's perfect for us. He's definitely one of the guys. If Scourton doesn't fall for me, because Scourton can rush the passer and can be a big end as well. Scourton's not there. Ezeiruaku's the next name on the list for me. But, you know, it's not just what I think. I'm just a bald guy from over the pond. This isn't even my national sport. And I've not got the terminology and the limbo and everything right yet. What do you guys think about Donovan Ezeiruaku? Would you like him on the Lions? Do you think he's going to be great at the next level? Do you think he's going to be a third down guy? Are there any problems that you saw that I didn't see? Because, again, I'm just a rookie doing this. I don't do this for a living. Sometimes I miss things as well. I want to know about your comments, and, of course, I will get back to you about it all. So, for me, yeah, if he's there at 28, I'll take him. And I will take him quite happily. And, again, I've listed everything out. I think he's got everything the Lions look for, and the areas where he's maybe a bit deficient can be worked on. And our defensive line in recent years has gotten really good when it comes to its technique, how it plays, and he will be the hardest worker in that room. So yeah, that is Donovan Ezeiruaku. This was DPR. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. We shall see you again soon. Who's next? You'll have to wait and see. One Pride.